guys, how y'all doing on this Saturday afternoon? This is the Club of the Man 1993, and I am here live for a very quick live review about this week's episode of Smackdown, the November 13th, 2020. Wow, you can tell I'm in a rush. November 13th, 2020 edition of Smackdown took place at the WWE ThunderDome at the Amway Center in Orlando, Florida. Of course, it was announced this recently that the ThunderDome is going to have to move, and they have to be out of the Amway Center by December 5th. And as of now, the next ideal location may be Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg, Florida, home of the 2020 American League pennant winners, the Tampa Bay Rays, featuring Austin Meadows, Charlie Morton, Tyler Glasnow, Kevin Kiermaier, a couple, well, not all of them, not Kiermaier, but a bunch of former Pirates made the best out of that Chris Archer trade. And yes, I'm getting way off track. This is not about baseball. This is about Smackdown. So, Smackdown this week was, I guess, a little bit better than last week, but still not really much to go by. There is a couple of things I'm going to pick on. Some things I was just like, okay, this happened, whatever. That's basically what the show was. The show happened, whatever. Of course, there was some truth, though, mentioned in that opening segment, though. Let me put it that way. And hats off to Paul Heyman for those reactions, and especially whenever McIntyre questioned, did you miss me? And the fact that nobody watches Monday Night Raw. And I'm like, boom, yeah. Anyways, we'll talk about that segment, and then we're going to fly through most of the rest of the show, because not much really happened. Yes, it was the end of a finally long-ass rivalry, even though it was very half-assed at the end. But who knows? Who knows how to describe the rivalry that ended last night? But we had a little bit of some interesting things happen. It's stuff that was like, it wasn't that great, but it was just like, I get why they did it, but it wasn't that great either. So, that's what episode of Smackdown was. Not much happened, just whatever. What up, Tyler? But let's fly through this episode really quick here. And tomorrow, of course, because I'm going to be going to visit some friends after this stream. So tomorrow, I will talk some NXT UK. I have 2 Turn Alerts coming, and I will also do my video about the release of Zelina Vega also. I will get caught up with all that this weekend. I'm still trying my best to get back to that Harry Potter Let's Play, guys. It's just so busy. My life's just a freaking... I don't know right now. Anyways, so let's roll into this. So we open up the show with the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, and Paul Heyman coming out. They get into the ring. Roman takes a mic, and he asks Paul, what do you call this place? Which is the Island of Relevancy. He makes everyone relevant. Very true. You see, the numbers don't lie. Jey Uso knows. He went from being the unknown Uso brother to being main event Jey Uso. He's destroyed Daniel Bryan and Kevin Owens. Jay's going to lead his team to victory at Survivor Series the same night that he'll establish dominance by beating Randy Orton. Of course, that doesn't mean Randy Orton may be champion, because they're on a championship match on Monday. You know, until this segment, it was probably pretty obvious that Randy Orton was going to retain. But nope. Made things a little bit interesting, because Drew McIntyre showed up on SmackDown as he came out. And again, I know brand-to-brand supremacy, especially lately, they were kind of really bending that rule a little bit, but I still don't think it's been that bad like the wild card rule. So at least they kind of acknowledged the fact that, you know, a superstar is coming over for the most part. But this one, just having Drew kind of show up was kind of, you know, it was okay. It wasn't great, but it was okay. I was okay with this. Drew comes out, and he says that he has a mic and acknowledges that it's been a minute, and he asks, hey, Heyman, did you miss me? And Heyman was like, no. His reaction is like, no. But he's just passing by, because he heard Roman talking about how he's going to be facing Randy Orton. But he's not going to be facing Randy Orton at Survivor Series. He's going to be facing him, because Drew's going to beat him on Monday. But a lot has changed, though, since the last time that him and Roman were in the ring together, which was at the Royal Rumble when McIntyre eliminated Reigns to win. He calls Roman out for disappearing for months and says he stood up to take his place, and it was his privilege. Roman sees being the top guy as a right, but Drew sees it as an honor. And he's been looking forward to look him in the eye and tell him he's the man now at Survivor Series. Roman was like, you know what, Drew? I like you. Yeah, I like you. And I respect you and everything you said. But here's the thing. I'm back now, and nobody knows who you are. And then... and then Hill and Heyman were basically saying how nobody watches Raw because everybody's watching SmackDown because of Roman. And I'm like, damn right that is true. Like, again, like, Roman's the only good part of SmackDown right now. But it's true. He's the only reason why I'm watching SmackDown. They made the shows before just about Roman, and I hated it. But now they're making it just about Roman, and I love it. And again, they're just telling they're just shitting on Raw to McIntyre, and I was just like, yes! And I just, again, don't you just love when they zing that truth into there? Which one shows that, you know, the company itself knows. They know exactly what the fans think. But they literally just don't give a shit. But, Drew says he'll spell it out. He is the guy that's going to beat Randy Orton and go to Survivor Series and show Roman who the real secondary champion is. And out comes Jey Uso. You know, before, Jey was, like, you know, just being, you know, resistant, you know, like, not, you know, doing things unless Roman said so. You know, he was, well... like being like, you know, uncomfortable about it. Now he's coming out trying to act like, yeah, I got this. Ooh, is this how you do it? It's like, no, that's still not how you do it. But anyways, Jey comes out and he slides in the ring and he starts like trashing McIntyre. How this is SmackDown and they run the show and Roman didn't invite him. So what's he doing here? Yeah, huh? What are you doing here? It might be disrespectful, and he got Bryan and Owens for being disrespectful. And he's going to give Drew too for being disrespectful. And he challenges Drew to a match. And then, obviously, later on, he accepted that the match made official, but because Raw and SmackDown Superstar, you know, it had to be unsanctioned, which, I'm like, okay, whatever, these unsanctioned matches, though, again, even though I'm okay with these brand-to-brand matches, the fact that, again, there's having people just showed up doing unsanctioned matches, though, on that part, I'm like, meh. I don't know, they're kind of like watering down the whole point of unsanctioned, but we got that. But Roman and Drew stayed sharp as it went back. And of course, you know, Roman ripped on Jey for you know for how he, you know, handled things out there, but whatever. Sami Zayn was in the ring and was complaining about his match against Apollo Crews because they didn't give him those till like 7 o'clock. Sounds like how they had the script prepared. So Sami felt he wasn't being relevant for weeks. Obviously he's complaining, but now he's getting a match and he's still complaining. Typical heel, right? I'll give Sami a little bit of credit though, because he has been doing some, you know, small but things that's like, okay, I get it, basically. Such as this match with Apollo Crews. He wins the match by rigging the apron off of the ring and tying his foot into the rope on the ring. And Sami wins by countout. Sneaky, you know, simple, little, but I like it. I was fine with it. Again, it's shown that Sami Zayn's actually, you know, doing some things in his own power, on his own will, to get these victories. And it's making him look kind of a little more relevant. A little bit more interesting than he was before. I'll give him that. Am I still thinking, yeah, Sami Zayn, yeah, Sami Zayn? Nah, still not really, but I'm like, okay, Sami Zayn. I find him a little bit more bearing. So, I'm fine with that. And honestly, I kind of hope he kind of does something like that against Bobby Lashley. Just say. So, Sami Zayn retains against Apollo Crews by tying up his foot to the rope. And then we got an interview with Rey Mysterio backstage, when it's just announced that the final chapter in this storied, long, brain-numbing rivalry is coming to an end out of the blue tonight. It felt like the whole thing with this just felt like Vince probably saying, okay, I've had enough of this, just move on with this. That's all it felt like. It was very half-ass, gone through the motions. Of course, the Mysterio family all of a sudden is all okay. Aaliyah was there like nothing happened. and she was even completely fine, not even like showing off the fact of concern for Buddy Murphy, since he went back over and helped Seth out last week. I'm doing it for the greater good, my honey. But at the same time, it was just like you're telegraphing this whole thing. It's so obvious. It was that obvious. This whole thing was just like today was just like, okay, just give Ray his comeuppance, move on from this. Even though, kind of not, because they're going to continue with Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy. But get to the match later. Sasha Banks came out and basically got on the mic, just bragging about her being champion, put everybody on notice. Bayley came out and then starts chirping at Sasha. Don't know why, even though, once again, this feud's supposed to be over when it should not have been over. And Carmella attacked her with a super kick. So Carmella is back to doing just what she can only do as a heel, is a super kick. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still bitter about them ending Sasha and Bayley already. Whatever. Otis was backstage, eating 3 plates of food, and then Ziggler and Rude were making fun of him. And then Otis squashed Dolph Ziggler. Not that we've seen that match how many times this year. Okay, Otis wins. Nothing new there. And then also afterwards we have apparently Chad Gable's starting up now his Alpha Academy. And Otis is like, yes, let's do it, let's go. I'm like, maybe, who knows? Could work. I wouldn't say Otis is dead in the water. I'm intrigued by Chad Gable being Chad Gable again, so maybe. We'll see. That's a we'll see right there. That interests me a little bit. Then we have the match with Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio. No holds barred. Like I said, it was just a very half-assed, obvious storyline. Obviously, the Mysterios were on one side of the ring. Murphy stayed on the other side of the ring. Of course, there was no tease of, Aaliyah and Murphy trying to reach for each other or whatnot, because, again, that just still makes me sick. Obviously, Dominic tried to get involved. Rollins super kicked him, and Dominic looked like an idiot. And then we have, towards the end of the match, Rollins took off, the safety end of the chair. He's going to try to, take the sharp end of the chair and try to, destroy Ray's other eye. And then Murphy got involved. He was about to help Seth. But then Murphy turned on Seth again, as we saw coming, and hit a jumping knee on him. Murph, I trusted you! Just like in Harry Potter when Harry goes, Snape, he trusted you! And, yeah, it was just telegraphed from the beginning. Murphy, as soon as this happens, it's obviously going to happen. Seth's going to be beating up Ray for how long? And then Murphy's going to turn on Seth, lead to Murphy getting Ray getting the win. The Mysterio's won, and then of course it's going to just be typical of oh, we accept you now, Murphy. Yep, that's what it was. So Buddy Murphy is officially in my eyes a babyface again, but of course Seth Rollins is not happy, and next we're going to get a match with Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy. See how it goes. The first match a couple weeks ago actually was not too bad, so we'll see how it goes. But Murphy's officially a babyface and accepted by the Mysterio family. Turn alert coming on that probably tomorrow. So yeah, telegraphed as I expected to be. So that happened there. And yeah, so he's accepted as Aaliyah's boyfriend. Yeah, that's just awkward still. Anyways, so that happens. And then, of course, we have Natalya backstage whining, I deserve to have a spot on the women's team. I've already had 2 opportunities, but I deserve to be on the women's team. I'm the boot. I'm the boot. I'm the boot. I'm the boot. And then he's like, fine, you got another qualifying match. What's the point of making these triple threat matches if the same exact damn women are in them every single week? But before that, we didn't see a woman put her hand on his shoulder, turns to the camera, and it's Chelsea Green. It's Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green's not been seen for a while. I guess she was injured or something for a while. She was supposed to be called up, put on Raw, then I guess she was sent back to NXT, then called back up again. It was just a very back and forth thing according to Matt Cardona's post on Instagram. Because Chelsea Green got added to this triple threat match, and it was made a fatal 4-way. But then she just it was weird. She like disappeared for a while, and I was just like, huh? And at first, I was going to compare her to Rantis. Like, what was the point of putting Chelsea Green in this match? She wasn't even going to win it. If she's going to be added as a surprise fourth member. But then I see the reports on Instagram and whatnot. Chelsea Green broke her wrist during this match. Ouch. That sucks. So, I can forgive that. So instead, they gave the win to Liv Morgan. I'm like, fine. Fine. Different. Fine. But I'm pretty sure next week we're going to have another match involving Natalya and just whining, I'm the belt, I'm the belt, I'm the belt, I deserve to be in the match. It's like, yet again, remember, on Raw, 4 of the 5 women had to qualify. Did not have to qualify on Raw, but yet people on SmackDown have to, and the same women are getting 5 different opportunities. Natalya, I'm the belt, I'm the belt. Gosh. And she threw a hissy fit after not winning again, of course, which was stupid. We have a segment basically with Big E and the and the Street Profits, because Big E was supposed to be getting some big massive push, right? Yeah, he should have. I still think if they were going to do one title change, which there's still a chance it could be doing Roman Reigns and Randy Orton's match could be changed to Roman. There's a chance. I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen, but I think there's definitely more of a chance of it happening that we may get a change for that match. Based off of how they kind of did what they did tonight with Drew McIntyre being on SmackDown. But I thought Big E was going to be winning the IC title off of Sami Zayn. We see Big E and Bobby Lashley. But now we're going to be getting Sami Zayn and Bobby Lashley. I'm kind of hoping Sami Zayn wins one of his sneaky tactics that he's been doing. That's what I'm kind of hoping. But I thought we'd be seeing Big E. But nope, Big E's been directionless ever since Woods and Kofi went over to Raw. So he's been doing nothing. So what? Did we already give up on his push? But anyways, the Street Profits were backstage, opening up plates with food and shaped letter L, saying they're going to be starting a new day of L's, basically, at Survivor Series. Again, that's one champion versus champion match I'm actually looking forward to. And then we have the main event: Drew McIntyre, Jey Uso, unsanctioned. Match was whatever. Roman Reigns came out with Paul Heyman. And basically, he told Jey Uso to, make him understand whatnot. So he goes in and he basically comes back in and starts, wailing punches on McIntyre. McIntyre pushed him off like, bitch, get off me, and just Claymore kicked his ass. And Drew McIntyre wins. And then Drew gets in Roman's face and basically said, now do you understand now? And then Roman says, get one of these and we'll talk on Sunday. So, again, obviously teasing that there's still a chance of seeing Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns at Survivor Series, or we're still going to be seeing Roman Reigns and Randy Orton. I don't care either way. Either one I'm like, whatever with. So, yeah. That was SmackDown. Let me see here. What grade would you give SmackDown? Let me check here. What's going on? I did I really not? I swore I did click on the poll. Scroll down here. Come on. What grade do you give SmackDown? 12 votes. A lot of participation. 33.3% said A. 25% said B. 16.7% said C. And 25% said D or lower. I gave this show a C. Just a C. Something that was like, it happened, whatever. That's the way I felt like SmackDown tonight. Give it a C. Live chat, really quick before I got the air. The typical, Paul should not forgive that Mania match with Drew and Brock. No! In the words of Heyman. Did you miss me? No! Otis should not have won Money in the Bank. Should have been AJ, and Big E should have been drafted to Raw. That knew that there was no point to split. I mean, if they actually were going to give Big E the singles push on SmackDown, which I'm still hoping happens, then fine, but they're doing nothing so far. I'm like, yeah, what was the point? And he gave it a B minus. Okay, fair grade there. I gave it a C. That's what I felt. C for SmackDown. Kind of rushed again. I gotta go. Have friends waiting for me. Going to have a guys' night. Have some fun. And again, tomorrow I'll be definitely posting a lot of videos. NXT UK stuff, 2 turn alerts, and my Zelina Vega video about her release from WWE yesterday. So, that's going to do it, guys. What are your thoughts on SmackDown? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Be sure as always to slap a like on the video and subscribe or comment my channel. Follow me on Twitter at TheManAir93. Till guys, I'll check it out. Have a great rest of your Saturday and have a great weekend. See you guys tomorrow for all my content. Peace out, everybody.
No escape.